I figured I'd talk about this since we surrounding that time of the year, with Christmas coming up for those who celebrate. And I was out yesterday with my kids' mom and shit. And she celebrate Christmas, and so my kids kind of still celebrate. They get gifts and shit. So we out. And I'm just seeing all these people, this chaos, last minute Christmas shopping, and just seeing all these fucking people buy these gifts. With the money they don't got, motherfuckers struggling out here. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers can't even pay their mortgages and their rent, but they gonna run out and they gonna buy a bunch of gifts that they can't afford, and then tell their kids it's from Santa Claus, some big white man that come down your fucking chimney and drink milk and eat cookies. And I ain't exempt from it. My grandma used to do the same shit, make me circle toys in the KB toy books and Toys R Us books and Big Kmart and all that shit. I used to leave the nigga cookies out, milk and shit, right? And I even think about that. My grandma worked over 25 to 30 years at the post office. She worked at a fucking job that she fucking hated and despised, that eventually made it to where as though she didn't even want to get out of the bed in the morning because she was so fucking miserable and depressed. But she gave all the glory and the grace to Santa Claus just so I can believe in Christmas and so I can believe in Santa. My cousin fucked that up for me too. Shout out to her. She the one that told me it wasn't no Easter Bunny, no Santa Claus and all that shit. And shout out to her, because I'm glad she broke it down to me like that and gave me the truth. But I say all that to say, like, she went through all the troubles of going to work, busting her ass, buying me all these nice gifts, and gave the credit to Santa Claus. And I just, yesterday I was out, I seen all these people, and you could look in their faces and tell that they just getting by, and they struggling, and they scared, and they miserable, and they stressed, and they don't know where this coming from and they next this coming from. But they made it their business to get their asses outside in the cold weather, bus, car, whatever, walk, whatever, made it to the stores to try to get their kids a Christmas. And then to top it off, they're gonna tell their kids that it's from Santa Claus. Not them that went out and bust their ass and worked and grinded and went to a job that they hated and despised. No, not get a credit to themselves, but to keep this holiday shit, this European holiday alive, and this matrix of shit, keep this shit going, keep it relevant. Y'all gonna go get a credit to a white man, a big ass white man that we depict to be Santa Claus, instead of giving yourself that credit, that pat on the back that you was able to make that shit happen. I used to, even when I went through my religious beliefs and my religious transitional periods, and I stumbled upon Islam, even before that, I worked for that shit. I worked hard for that shit too. I went to a job that I hated and I despised, and I used to have disagreements with my baby mom about that shit. Like, I'm telling them I bought this shit. I'm not telling them this shit came from Santa Claus. Oh, why would you ruin the experience? Why would you ruin that for them and tell them that it's no Santa Claus? Because it fucking ain't. That's the problem with the world, bro. We want to continue to believe in lies and tell lies. Why? Why live a lie? Why tell yourself a lie? Fuck telling somebody else a lie and being dishonest with somebody else. Why tell yourself a lie? How you look in the mirror and knowing like you lying? It ain't even that serious. They still gonna rip them gifts open. They still gonna play with the toys, even if it's coming from dad and mom. Why would you ruin the experience for the kids? I'm not ruining shit. I'm telling them how it is. And I want to grace that honor. I want to feel like, I did something because I went through some shit. I went through hell or whatever I had to go through to get these gifts. I'm not giving somebody else my credit. That's like doing all this fucking homework, all this classwork, or you in a group of 4 people, y'all gotta do a project. You did all the fucking work, but then everybody else get the A. If that's a good example, you know what I mean? Or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I did all the work. Them niggas ain't work. They sat back because they knew I was the smarter one out of the group. You know what I mean? And they knew we was all gonna get an A if I did most of the work. No, get them niggas Fs. I deserve the A. I'm not giving no fucking imaginary person the credit for these gifts and this big ass Christmas so that my kids can enjoy because I want to keep a lie alive. I want to keep this tradition. It's a European tradition alive. No, fuck that. I don't know how people do it. Why lie? You know what I mean? But yeah, I seen so many people yesterday out and I'm just like, they gonna go tell their kids this shit from Santa Claus, bro. That's crazy. But I used to tell her like, yo, this shit, I used to tell her like, yo, this shit, I'm telling them this shit from dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's at a point too where the struggle's so real. I don't even understand how people still celebrating these holidays. That's like, not, do y'all really believe in it, or y'all just trying to keep it alive? Y'all trying to keep it going? It's so fucking hard out here. I wouldn't be celebrating shit. This is the perfect time to disengage and detach away from holidays and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't got it. But it's like, to try to keep this shit alive, you know what I mean? Just so your kids can believe in Santa Claus, that's crazy. So yeah, I tell mine, like, I mean, she still be pushing that narrative, but I tell mine, like, man, this shit from me. This from grandma. This from cousin such and such. This one from me too. Like, I'm not ever gonna get a credit to some fucking big fat white fucking nigga with a beard talking about, yeah, this Santa Claus, he brought this for you, and he got on a sleigh and traveled from the North Pole to come bring you these gifts. No, your dad went to work 40 hours this week, probably 50, and put it in for real. And sweated and was annoyed, and some days ain't want to get out the bed, but I did. Here go that PlayStation 5. Here go them Pro Max headphones. Like, here go this new iPhone 16. I'm not giving no credit and no glory to no. But like I said, I seen so many people, man, out yesterday, and you could just see it in their faces. Like, I don't even know where these gifts coming from. This shit probably coming out my rent for next month or some shit. And then knowing that you still gonna go tell your kids it's from Santa Claus, you might have your last $5 to your name. You know what I mean? That was your little spending money or whatever for lunch or some shit for work the next day. Your kid too come out. You gonna put that $5 under the pillow. You gonna tell them it's from the Tooth Fairy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Like, that shit crazy, bro. That's like, you like disrespecting yourself at that point. Yeah, though, that shit crazy, man.